Hi, my name is Sanjib Kalita. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Guppy. Guppy brings distributed ledger technology to the credit bureau industry. It enables consumers and institutions to control and monetize their data and the data purchasers to get better data from the system. We are building the initial proof of concept, and so that involves figuring out the architecture and what pieces fit into the system, as well as talking to potential partners and potential customers. Additionally, there is quite a significant regulatory component as well too. Meeting with regulators, meeting with lawyers to make sure that our system is compliant and easily usable by end customers. I spent 9 years at Citibank in their credit card business, where I worked in business development, new product development, as well as product management. Actually, at the time, I managed a portfolio of basically almost like $30 billion, 20 million consumers, and so had very much a B2B perspective of how credit data is used. I actually left Citi in 2010. Actually, right before Guppy, I was Chief Marketing Officer for Money 2020, which is a fintech conference business that we started, because the industry was changing, because you had companies like the tech companies, the retailers, and the telecoms that were interested in payments. And we grew that business and sold that business as well too. From the Citi perspective, it helped me understand the business pain points. It helped me understand how the data is used. Also enabled me to get an appreciation of the challenges from a regulatory perspective. From the Money 2020 perspective, it was a tremendous opportunity to meet and get to know the industry from a very broad perspective and sort of see what was happening within the US as well as around the world. It's also a case where we built something from the ground up that wound up being the leading global event. And so it's sort of a case where you realize that even as a single person, even as a small team, you could do something that has major impact. Because of the sensitive nature of the data, because of the sensitive applications, we're building a permissioned blockchain. This is actually based on some initial work that we did where we built something on a public chain, and just based on feedback, we realized, that we needed to change our approach. And so because of that, we've gone to a private chain. There's many things, because of the sensitive nature of the data, security has to be front and center. So once the working product is released, consumers can expect to see their data easy access to the greatest variety of data about them. So customers should care about this because the economy is becoming more digital. Retail is becoming more online. Physical identity is being supplanted by digital identity. This data is becoming just more and more important as things get along. And if you are not vigilant about it, you could be denied services. You could wind up paying more for something than you should be. That's why it's I think it's incumbent upon consumers to make sure that they're getting what's best for them. When we moved to the Ethereum network, I guess one of the advantages was because of the smart contract technology, there were things that we'd built on the Bitcoin technology that actually were simplified when we moved to Ethereum. On the flip side, we actually found that the Ethereum, when we started developing on Ethereum, it was still fairly new. So a lot of the tooling and the developer tools, some of the documentation might not have been correct, and so you wind up spending a lot of cycles, trying to figure something else out, and in fact, it's just bad documentation. So, and I know that it has improved since then, but those are some of the pros and cons that we felt. So from our seed round, I think first, there's a bit of signaling to the industry. A lot of times when you speak to potential partners, one of the top questions is, what is your traction? And so getting interest and commitments on the seed round helps demonstrate that. Additionally, from the people that are participating in the seed round, there's also signaling there as well. Just because of my history with Money 2020, as well as with Citi and my other history, I do have several industry insiders who are quite interested in what we're doing and believe in what we're doing. And so I think that too will be a good signal for the greater market. Thank you very much for listening to me, and if you want to learn more, please visit us at guppy.ai. Thank you for listening on CoinTime. This has been wonderful. Thank you.